This week has been an exciting one for space enthusiasts around the globe as they've been closely watching a series of fascinating developments take place at Starbase, Texas. On Friday, July 28th, starting at 2:10 p.m., SpaceX initiated the water deluge system in Starbase. This impressive system is designed to protect against the tremendous heat and force generated during the launch of the colossal SpaceX Starship. The force and volume of the water projected upwards were awe-inspiring, accompanied by an almost deafening sound blast. It was a scene of power and technological prowess, pointing to the impressive lengths to which SpaceX will go to ensure the success and safety of their launches. Despite the absence of a booster during this test, the primary objective was clear: evaluating the effectiveness and efficiency of the deluge system. For each Starship launch, SpaceX aims to unleash up to a staggering 350,000 gallons of water. This significant volume is essential for mitigating the extreme heat and force produced during the launch, protecting the valuable infrastructure at the launch site. However, the innovative force of SpaceX never rests. As the new week started, the buzz at Starbase focused on the preparations for a full pressure test of the newly developed Starship flame deflector. Used during rocket launches, the flame deflector serves to divert the intense exhaust gases away from the launch vehicle and the launch infrastructure. The upcoming test would involve subjecting the flame deflector to conditions simulating the actual pressures it would face during a rocket engine firing. The full pressure test is a crucial step in assessing the structural integrity of the flame deflector and its effectiveness at redirecting the exhaust plume. On Friday, Musk and his team shared several videos on social media showing a test of their water deluge system. The videos, shot from multiple angles, provided an in-depth look at the system in operation, underscoring Musk's comment that this new water deluge system was designed to protect against the immense heat and force of Starship launch. The Starship, SpaceX's next-generation transportation system, stands as a symbol of a new era in space travel. This impressive 394-foot-tall spacecraft is the most significant and powerful rocket ever constructed. The immense heat and force of its operation were displayed fully on April 20th, when SpaceX launched a fully stacked Starship for the first time. The test flight aimed to send the upper stage on a path around Earth. Even though the test flight didn't go as planned and SpaceX had to blow up the Starship only 4 minutes after it took off. The April 20th launch, however, did inflict considerable damage on the Starbase's orbital launch mount. A sizable crater was blown out beneath the structure, and a shower of rocks and other debris fell onto the surrounding area. The new water deluge system is an answer to such issues. Installed beneath the orbital launch mount, it features a reinforced steel plate that sprays a large volume of water upwards, a phenomenon Musk likened to an upside-down shower head. Back to the test site, despite the self-propelled modular transporter moving towards the launch complex, a static fire test isn't immediately forthcoming. The transport stand for Booster B9 has been observed shuttling back and forth, with the self-propelled modular transporter now exiting the launch site. However, this does not pose any imminent threat to the Raptors on B9. Following the successful completion of the pressure test, the next anticipated step is a static fire test. This test will involve the ignition of the Raptor engines, with the water deluge system operating simultaneously. The objective is to assess the system's ability to counteract the intense heat generated at liftoff. As per the water deluge test, SpaceX has not disclosed the exact volume of water propelled through the system. Still, speculation is rife that the booster bidet system will soon be tested, adding to the momentum of SpaceX's relentless progress. All of these developments favor SpaceX in convincing the Federal Aviation Administration of their readiness for another Starship launch license. Back in Texas, the diligent SpaceX teams are preparing the Starship SN-25 and Booster 9 for their second orbital launch attempt, expected to occur before 2023 concludes. Over 1,000 modifications have been implemented to enhance the spacecraft's overall performance and safety. As of now, SpaceX is diligently preparing for the second-ever test launch of the Starship. However, the timeline for this monumental event remains unclear. Even if the vehicle is ready to go soon, certain regulatory obstacles might still stand in the way. Musk recently expressed his optimism, saying there's a 60% chance of the spacecraft reaching orbit on its next attempt. In parallel with these preparations, SpaceX made significant progress by successfully loading propellant into two of their newest, super-heavy first stages, Booster 9 and Booster 10. While Booster 9 was fueled on the orbital launch mount at the Starbase site, the propellant test for Booster 10 took place at the nearby Massey's test facility. The company confirmed via social media on July 25th that propellant load tests recently completed for Starship's Super Heavy boosters 9 and 10, also sharing frost-rimmed photos of the stainless steel boosters, which visually display the super-cold state of the liquid methane and liquid oxygen propellants. Particularly impressive is the timeline of these advancements. For instance, the propellant test for Booster 9 must have happened within a few days leading up to July 25th, considering the booster was rolled out to the orbital launch mount on July 20th. These propellant tests are instrumental steps in SpaceX's mission to ready these two boosters for flight. Especially for Booster 9, a liftoff might be just around the corner. The vehicle is slated to carry out the next Starship test flight, with SpaceX founder and CEO Musk stating it could happen as soon as this summer. However, it's worth bearing in mind that Musk has a history of missing self-imposed deadlines, so this timeline might be subject to change. For instance, Musk had previously set an aggressive timeline for the first fully stacked Starship launch, which took place on April 20th. This ultimately led to a premature termination of the flight. Nonetheless, this timeline might be overly ambitious, as SpaceX still needs to overcome potential regulatory hurdles. For example, a group of environmental organizations is currently suing the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, the body responsible for issuing launch licenses. These groups argue that the agency failed to adequately evaluate the potential environmental and community damage in South Texas that Starship launches might cause. That's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.